Hi 56, it's Mr. K and welcome back to week 5. So as you know, a new week means a new writing piece. So our new writing piece for this week is Scientists Are Our Heroes, and it's obviously another persuasive piece. We're hoping that everybody will be experts at persuasive writing by the end of next week, because obviously that's been our big focus for term 2. So what I'll do is I'll go through my plan, and then I'll also answer some common questions that I've had over the last 3 weeks in regards to exactly what you need to do for persuasive writing. So you can obviously see my title there, Scientists Are Heroes. I'm going to change that title, I'm going to enhance that, and I'd hope that you would also do the same. But just for now, I'm just going to put Scientists Are Our Heroes as my title. So the plan for my introduction. We start off with an anecdote, as always. My anecdote's going to be about getting injured in the middle of nowhere when I'm all alone. So I'm obviously in a little bit of trouble there. My contention and the persuasive vocab I'm going to use is I'm going to strongly and vehemently agree. I'm then going to briefly state what my 2 big ideas are. Remember, just briefly state them. First one being health and safety, the second one being education. And we're going to change up the structure a little bit for this week. Normally, at the end of your introduction, I would get you to reimagine and link back to the anecdote. We're actually not going to do that for this piece. We're going to try to do that in our conclusion, which I'll explain a little bit about in a minute. So what I'd like you to do for your introduction is simply end with a strong statement. Now, you can see that obviously a rhetorical question is a statement, but I'm actually going to end my intro with a rhetorical question. Something along the lines of, surely you must agree with me now. Then on to argument 1. The sequencing vocab I'm starting off with is firstly, my big idea, as I just stated up here, is health and safety. My arguments that relate to health and safety, well, science has saved the lives of billions of people. Medical scientists are close to a cure for the coronavirus, for COVID-19. And also, scientific technology keeps us safe from thieves and criminals. And the important thing is that when I actually start my paragraph, I actually expand on these. I'm not just going to leave it how it is. I'm going to expand on these points. And that's something that's really, really important for you to do as well. Now, I've got a rebuttal here. This is optional, okay? So this is just for those people that want to extend themselves. I've written that some people argue that sports stars are heroes, but they don't save lives, and that's why scientists are the real heroes. But remember, a rebuttal is optional, something you don't have to include. Something that I would like you to include, though, are some statistics. So the stats that I'm going with, my organisation is going to be the World Health Organization. Remember, that is really important. Always link your statistics to an expert or an expert organization. That gives those statistics some credit. And the stats I'm going to talk about are that 284,000 people have died from the coronavirus. And then I'm going to state that without scientists, there simply won't be a cure, or we won't be able to find a cure. So that's how I'm going to relate that stat to my argument. Haven't got long to go, as you can see now. So argument 2, my sequencing vocab is going to be secondly. Big idea is education. The arguments that relate to education. Well, as we know, remote learning wouldn't be possible during these times. We're all relying on technology that scientists have created during term 2. Scientists help us to learn more about the world, and the internet makes it easier to research, find, and share information. The stats I'm going to use that relate to education. My expert's going to be the Department of Education. My stat, without the internet, 90% of Australian students could not be learning from home. And then finally, onto my conclusion, my sequencing vocab I'm going to start with to reiterate. I'm then going to restate my contention using persuasive vocab. I'm going to say I firmly and passionately agree. I'm then going to briefly restate my 2 big ideas, which are, as we know, health and safety and education. And now I'm going to link back to my original anecdote. And that's when I'm going to use that reword, such as reimagine. And I'm going to be able to call for help on a mobile phone and get rescued, because remember, at the start, I was getting injured in the middle of nowhere when I'm all alone. Obviously, I can't call for help. So that's why mobile phone's really, really important. And then with our coda, I'm going to try to link my coda back to my title if I can. Remember, I haven't come up with my title yet. It's not really, really important. Just remember, if you can't think of a title to start off with, leave 2 lines at the top of your page. The first line, obviously, for your title, then we'll need a space in between our title and our introduction. But I'm going to do my best to try to link my coda to my title. So before I go, just a couple of common questions that I've been having. The first one is, how long does each paragraph have to be? And that's a really good question. To be honest, there's no maximum. I encourage you to go above and beyond and extend yourself whenever you can. But remember, try not to go over the top. I'd much rather half a page of really powerful writing as compared to, a whole page where we've rushed and haven't got our best ideas down. So I suppose at a minimum, I'd be aiming for probably 6 to 8 sentences. But again, if you would like to extend on that, fantastic. I'd really encourage it also. Next one is, how do I structure each paragraph? Well, hopefully I've already answered that in this video. Everything that I've included here, that's really important for you to also include. So, for example, how do I structure my intro? Well, we start with our anecdote, state our contention, briefly state our big ideas, and then we'll end with a strong statement. Okay, so what I mean by structure is all of the things I've got in bold here. How many strategies do I need to include in each paragraph? Again, there's no particular rule, but I'd be looking, I suppose, generally to include 3 or more, and make sure that you also include a variety of strategies. So we don't just want to see a simile in each paragraph or just a whole bunch of power of 3s. Try to make sure that you mix it up a little bit. And remember to sprinkle your strategies and don't go overboard, because your writing can also lose its meaning if you've got too many strategies there. Remember, we've talked about in class that sometimes less is more. So that should do it for this video. Again, if you've got any more questions, feel free to leave them down in the comment section below, or else get onto your teacher during the day, and we are always here to provide you with any assistance that you need. So good luck with your writing piece for this week, and I'm really looking forward to seeing all of the wonderful plans that you produced today. Take care, and we'll see you again soon. Bye.